Hello, hello. Let me adjust my volume here. Yeah, let me get that going. Hi everyone. It's Tina with Grace Health Scrubs and Goals of a CEO Mom blog. How's everyone doing on this Friday? I hope you guys are having a great day. Hi, Miss Karen. Today, I just wanted to pop on here and go over a few things. Okay, so again, let me introduce myself. My name is Tina Payne. I am a nurse entrepreneur, solutions expert for healthcare organizations needing uniforms. Also, I provide consulting to other people interested in starting their business. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the new year. So I don't know about you guys, but 2018 is getting ready to be like the bomb, okay? So if you're interested in starting a new business in 2018 or expanding your business, you know, that's really what's up. So also I just wanted to just kind of shout out a couple of female business owners today. Karen Trainum Davis, she owns a boutique in Mount Healthy in Cincinnati, Ohio. Let's see, who else can I talk about today? We got Sweet Sister Splash with Nzinga Bird, as well as Daphne Thomas. Ernestine Halsey, she owns EMH Enterprises, it's a commercial cleaning company. We also have Chanel Washington, it's one of my coaches, business coaches. She owns Radiant Living Biz. You're welcome. Also, let's see, one of my favorite people is my former hairstylist in Columbus, Ohio, where I get my products from, and that is Karen Gary at Synergy Salon. It's so many. So I'll do another video one day just like shouting out all the business owners that I know, all the women and female business owners. So anyway, so let me get back to the topic. So nurses, healthcare workers, if you're watching, a lot of times we have fear that if we start a new business in our particular industry, that it's not going to be successful because it's already multiple businesses with that provide that service or that product. So I just kind of want to go over a couple of things as to why starting a business in an already saturated market, or at least what we tend to think is saturated, is not a bad thing. Okay, so let's just be reminded, first of all, that most of our business ideas are not brand new. Okay, there are always an exception to the rule, but most of the things that we decide that we want to do, someone has already thought of before or is already doing. So that actually can be to your benefit. So let me explain what I mean by that. If there is a demand for the particular product or service already, you have data at your fingertips. When you get ready to do your research on your business, you can pull reports on how this particular company has already serviced their clients. What are they doing well? What do they need to work on? So you have that opportunity to slide into that area and make it better. So if there's already a market for it, that's amazing, because then there's still opportunity for you to get into that particular business. So if we avoided markets, for example, like if what was the example I was going to use? Oh, if there was only one daycare provider, like only one company that provided daycare services, how would that work? We have to have multiple types of the same business in order to meet the needs of everyone. You can't service every single person that exist. And as long as people are having babies, there's going to be a market usually for your particular business. So we'd have to get out of that mindset and stop using that as an excuse to start a certain type of business. The same thing with like nursing assistant schools, STNA schools, CPR training, things like that. There has to be more than one, because like I said, you have to be able to service more clients. You can't do it all, so that's what I wanted to say about that. So the next thing I wanted to say was, or the second key. So the first key is saturation is a good sign that that the market is in demand. Okay. So that's the first thing. Second, I want you to know that you can be successful as far as being in the industry that you are trying to get into, even as a new startup company. Why is that? Because you can bring something to the table that the other companies don't have. Okay, you are unique. You come with your own set of experiences, as well as gifts. You're not going to do things the exact same way another company is going to do it. You're going to put that pretty little bow on the end of your product, and it's going to be, unique to your company, your brand, your business. So you have to identify what it is about you, that is different, and how will you stand out. One of the companies that came to my mind was Uber. Like, transportation, who would have thought 20 years ago that there would be another type of cab, quote unquote, cab service available for us that we would actually want to use, versus just taking a taxi. So, however long it took for Uber to come up with that idea, they killing it right now. You know what I mean? So don't think that, just because there's multiple, companies out there or businesses like the one you want to start, that doesn't mean that you won't be successful. You have to put your own spin on it. And also you have to target a specific audience or niche that's going to help you propel. Okay. So that's the second key. You want to just remember that you can be successful with that. Let's see. Next is, although it is saturated in your opinion. So for example, we want to utilize our research or our data. When we do our business plans, you kind of have to go through and do research. It would be smart of you to do the research to see what your competitors are doing, what they are charging, what they are offering. So you want to be able to fill in whatever gaps they are not, being successful at this moment. So whatever the product or service is, there is something that they could do better, and you want to identify what that is, that you can do better, So for example, let me think, Chipotle, they have their way of doing things, that's a name that everyone knows by now. And, compared to other places, they stand out. They found a niche area and now they stand out. There are a lot of places that serve, burritos and tacos and rice and things like that. But, Chipotle has a certain brand, a standard that everyone can identify with, whether you eat it or not. What kind of weight it holds in that industry. So you want to definitely carve out an area, find out what the gaps are, and try to utilize that as, a starting point in your business if you're concerned about the market being saturated. Okay. The other thing I had wanted to say was, there are older companies that have been around for years. And if you're trying to get into a market that has been around for a while, that is also to your advantage, because a lot of the older corporations, they're slower to make changes that are keeping up with our times today, like with social media and things like that. So that is something that you can use to your advantage, because as a newer company, you have the flexibility to make changes real quick. If something's not working, if you're the owner, you can make those changes and identify what those are, and gear it towards your customer base. Once you have a customer and they say, well, you know what, you might want to try to do this, and if you get that more than once, that might be something for you to look at, and to just kind of see if that's something that's going to work, for your area or your population that you're serving. I'm thinking of right now, like Blockbuster, for example. How we all grew up going to Blockbuster, picking out our movies, and all that. They did not think that people would want their movies live streamed on their TVs or delivered by mail. Although they started that process towards the end of their demise, as far as like mailing out movies. Amazon, Netflix, Redbox came on the scene with a vengeance, and Blockbuster, so don't think just because a company has been around for a long time and they do have that brand, and credibility, that they, if they don't decide to change with the times and keep up with everything and everyone, they could be at jeopardy, or be in jeopardy. So you definitely can use that to your advantage also. So you want to, be different, stand out, use what you have that's unique about you. Another example could be, so like if you are in CPR, or if you are in like STNA training or anything healthcare related, or any company business. So let's say you're a nurse and you own a fitness center. Okay. You like fitness, you do health and wellness, things like that. You could carve out, doing the CPR once a month at your fitness center, because you have that background and you have that experience. That's going to be something that's unique to your company. Like, oh, well, they also do, CPR every third Saturday of the month. In addition to going there to get my workout and things like that, I can also get my training, all in one place. So you want to just kind of carve out what is going to be unique to you, and find out what industries are, you are bringing you to the equation. So never think that it has been done before. That means I can't do it. That's not true. You can do it, but only how you can do it. You don't want to carbon copy anyone, but you also don't want to have to reinvent the wheel either. So I just want to make sure that I get that point across too. So I just hear people say a lot recently that, oh, I don't want to do that, or it's too much competition, or, there is, in my opinion, there's not competition. You have to stand out, because only you can do what you can do. You utilize the competition's history, you research their data, and you make yours better. You find out, like I said, what will stand out and what will allow your brand to, propel. So with that said, that is pretty much what I wanted to just go over. So if you're watching the replay, just, hit replay or type replay and let me know that you watched. I'll just review real quick the few keys of what I went over as far as why it's still a good idea to start a business in a saturated market. So like I said, you have an opportunity to fill in gaps because there's obviously a demand for that service. You want to do your research though. You want to make sure that the area that you are in is populated enough for you to make money as well. And then the next thing is you want to also target, have a target audience or niche that only you can, serve and, provide services to. And then next is, what did I write down? I wrote my notes down. I can't even read my own writing. Like I said, recognize the gaps in services and products that are already out there and see how you can fill in that gap. And then lastly, just be able to change with the times, and make sure that, you are you giving the clients and customers what they want and what they need, so that they can come back and be repeat and loyal customers to you. So that is all I have for today. I hope if you're interested in starting a business in 2018 that you actually turn your passion into, make it come to fruition and it manifests for you. So I wish you luck. If you're watching, someone's watching that needs to hear this today. If you want to contact me for services as far as the uniform solutions that I'm offering to healthcare organizations, we help increase patient satisfaction, improve staff retention, boost staff morale, and then we also service our customers, individually as well. So if you need to contact me, I have 2 links for you. It's bit.ly/uniform solutions. That is the first link. And then the second link is bit.ly/CEO goals. So I'm going to be rolling out in a couple of weeks some information on how to start 2 businesses in particular. One is a CPR training center for a CPR company, and the other is scrubs and shoes business. So that is what I'm doing currently, and I want to be able to share that information. So like I said, don't worry about if other people are already doing it, because only you can do it the way you do it, okay? So with that said, I hope you guys have a great Friday. It's also, what's today? Is it the 3rd day of Kwanzaa? So Habari Gani. Today is about cooperative economics and, patronizing with other businesses in your area, Black businesses, Ujima, I think that's how you say it, Ujima. I'm saying it wrong probably, but I wish you guys well. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Friday. I'll see you guys another day. Be blessed.